they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, gave him the chokehold.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
There we go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll toss it to Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. He finds Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
12. 11.
Again, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman from 8 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 52 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brooks Reed with a tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing right, and that's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. They can't tackle him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 68 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play action. Garoppolo. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Garoppolo looks to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that one.
Here's Coleman, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Coleman now. He gets away from one. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 92 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Go ahead. 13.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best. They're off.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kevin White, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's go.
Coleman. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Being chased out left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep rights into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. they're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. Shrugs him off. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Coleman. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 13 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
11, 11, 11, 11. 13, 13. Yes.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
13, 13. Yes.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
12, 12.
Garoppolo now. And he slings one that's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
22!
Now it's Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Get set!
Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere, forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
11. Go ahead.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. Garoppolo on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
11.
Yet again, it's Garoppolo. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And here now come the Falcons. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, here's Ryan. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now Ryan on second down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, got it. Single receiver. Watch two.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.